Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the ships at sea, and we are back for a market update. So mid-month here, I have not looked at the numbers, just like I promised, because I want to be just as surprised as you, and we can figure out what's going on in this wild little market of ours. Today, I'm going to have to cut this one just a little bit short, purely because I have to go and do a walkthrough with the client, and I want to make sure that they can close in the morning and get their keys, because after all that hard work, everyone wants their keys, right? So let's go ahead and get to it. So let's just start looking at the numbers, figuring out what's going on here. So let's see. First of all, for the last 7 days, we've had 891 new listings. Those you've been tracking, that is actually down. So fewer listings are coming on the market, which actually matches with this time of year. We've had 216 back on market, which actually kind of tracks with what's going on currently overall, because right now in Las Vegas, they are saying about 23% of the houses that go up for sale don't actually make it to the end. So that's actually kind of tracking right now. And we are darn near twice as many price decreases compared to the number of new listings on the market. Remember, just 6 months ago, that number was in the low hundreds. So more and more people are decreasing those prices. Under contract show and no show are 227 and 368 respectively. 533 have sold. So I can't wait to see what we have on the market now, because that is a pretty big decrease still. I think it's about 100 less than last week. 134 expireds. Again, I am still surprised with that, because normally we would have far more expireds. So still not as many homes expiring. Temp off market 50, 285 for the withdrawns, and 144 for the withdrawn conditionals, and only 49 coming soons. Okay, that's what we get. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers. So first of all, let's see what is on the market. So we'll just look at the broad housing market. Take this down to Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. And let's see what our results are. Of course, there are too many, so we have to go and do this here. Come on, there we go. So right now we have 10,097 homes on the market. 10,097. Let's go ahead and break that down by each type. So let's see here. So let's just look at condos first. We have 11,001. You know what? Why don't we do this? Manufactured homes, 111. Single family. Okay, now we got to go back and figure this one out, because there's just too many of them. We can only do 5,000, or at least less than 5,000. So right now we are looking at 8116. So we're up a little over 100 houses. So our inventory is starting to grow again by just a little bit. And finish it out with townhomes. 769 are on the market. Let's see what has actually sold since the beginning of this month. So we're at a good point where we can kind of see where the market is heading. So we'll start with everyone's favorite, single family. Yep, just got to get rid of the actives. 715 have sold so far this month. And if we double it, let's call it 730. Let's compare that against the end of last month. So what did I say? 715, so 1430. Yeah, we're on a trend to have even fewer house sales. And let's see how that translates. So let's get into our results. And oh my goodness, it wasn't by much, but the median close price has actually starting to trend down a little bit. So we're looking at 446. And last month we were at 450. And let's see, the median was 529 last month, and right now we're looking at 574. So the median has gone down, but the average has gone up slightly. Days on market have, of course, increased. And yeah, that's where she wrote there. Let's go ahead and look at condos and townhomes. Let's break it down first by constituent numbers. So condos, 123 sold. So far the median price is 226, average is 248, 859. Days on the market, of course, going up. And let's look at those townhomes. 85. And 325 for the median, 324, 471. So darn near the same for median and average. Let's go ahead and combine them so we can see what they compare against from what the board puts out, or at least Applied Analytics, who does this for the board. So between the two, we had 208 sell. 208. Let me just make sure here. Let me see. 85, 120. Yeah, 208. Okay, so last month we had 524. So you double this, that's 416. So fewer condos and townhomes are selling. So last month we had a median price of 270, and drum roll please. Let's see here. It's still the same, 270. Median's 279, and it was 292. So the average is down, the median is still the same. So condos and townhomes are sticking to it right there. Hold on 1 second here. It's the strangest thing I hear like this. Oh, I think it's coming from another room. I'm hearing this strange sound. So it's like kind of half disturbing. It's like music. Okay, so now looks like that's pretty much the same as far as the median. So we're holding good on townhomes and condos. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what interest rates are doing to us this week. And they're still not doing great. So across everything, we're looking at 7.625% for conventional. For FHA and VA, we're looking at 7.125%. So for some people, if you're not a VA buyer, you may want to look at FHA if your house falls within that limit, because it's going to be a heck of a lot of savings over your conventional loan right now. So let's start comparing some quick little math that I did do today. So let's say someone was looking at a $620,000 house a few months ago. Average interest rate was like in the low threes. We'll just call it 3%. if you put 3%, no, sorry, 5% down. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here just to make it a little bit equal. But we'll leave the PMI since it it's affected by the price of the house. And so if we look at that, just 6 months ago, if you were looking for a $620,000 house, oops, see, look at that. We'll leave 650. Let's see what that does to us. Get something good in here. Oh man, let's even raise this up, 3.25. Calculate that. Okay, so 6 months ago, if you put 5% down on a $650,000 house, 3.25% interest rates, your payment would have been, without taxes or insurance, $2,944. Now, based on the numbers we just saw, let's see what kind of house you could actually get. So 6.625? I want to make sure, I don't want to give bad numbers here. Yep, 625. Everything else being the same, we're just going to see what the payment's going to be. That payment has now jumped to $46.27. Well, that's quite a bit of money. Let's see what we'll have to do to get that house down the same payments, if that's what you can afford. Well, we're getting close here. Let's try 410. Okay, that's close enough for government work. So if you're looking at what do we have there? 620 house. You now have the buying power of $410,000. So you're wondering why you're having an issue selling the house. That's the issue right there. The person who is buying your house is someone who 6 months ago could have afforded a $620,000 house. That makes a huge difference for people. And the fact that housing has not dropped even more than that, than it has so far, has actually been a miracle. This, like I've said before, the prices of houses have still gone up every single month since we've entered this new crisis. And the reason it's gone up is because the price that the person has to pay per month, other than a cash buyer, has gone up every month without fail. Every month without fail, the price has gone up for them, which means if a medium price house, let's just take a look here. A medium price house at the top of the market was 42. And we go back to that 3.25, which is a good fair one, using conventional here. And of course, I clicked the wrong thing and it tells me something different. Let's go back here. Okay, so we do a $482,000 house, which is at the top of the market. 3.25%, 5% down. And we'll do the calculation. 2183. So now that person who's buying the median 450 house, remember 2183, actually should probably put it down to where it's looks like it's headed now, 446. These interest rates, 2183 to 3175. That person, even with the decrease, is paying a heck of a lot more money. And that, ladies and gentlemen of Las Vegas, Southern California, and the rest of the country, is why you are having issues selling their homes and why more are coming on the market. Fewer people are buying. Uh, let's go take a look at something else. How many are doing cash sales? Because that has a real effect on things. So let's go back. Let's look at the sales so far this month. We'll go for the broader market. So we'll take out the condos and townhomes. We got everything now. So that's not too many to sell. Let's see how many pay cash. 243. Let's get this sucker out here. So 243 out of, it was 9 something there. Let's go find it. Out of 929. Wow. Only 26% of the homes sold cash. Remember a few months ago, it was a third. So we have even fewer cash buyers. And the cash buyers are actually lowballing everything now. So let's go and see. I mean, for grins and giggles, let's go look at everyone else. I'll try to remember 929 there. Let's see how many sold via FHA. So 144. So 15.5% were FHA. And VA was 89. So 9.5% of homes sold VA. Of course, that means the rest are conventional. There are actually other ones out here, seller carry, AITD. Just a note, I've had this one where people say they want to do seller carry, and then I put in the MLS as AITD, and they get all freaky out and say, they go like, I'm doing a seller carry. No, you're not. For those people, a seller carry means that the person owns the house. Someone who has a mortgage does not own the house. The bank owns the house. If you're trying to sell it like that and you want to call it a seller carry, it's an AITD, which just means they're paying you and you're paying the bank. I just wanted to bring that out because I had a person just go nuts one time over that, saying it's seller carry. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. You don't own the house. You've got a mortgage. Just putting it in there. The rest are pretty negligible at best. So, but we'll just come see here. There's conventional. So conventional is 429. It's 46% of the market. So 46 plus 26 plus 15.5 plus 9.5. That's 97%. So 3% were other types of financing. Don't know which one is going to be the big one because I know you pretty much cannot do. Yep, no USDA here. I may do a special on USDA. So do have owner carry. There were 2 of those. AITD, none. Assumables, 0. And I'm going to talk about assumables real quick because, it's just something that comes up. I'm continuing to get all these calls from these people for some listings, trying to convince me to convince the seller to let them just take over their mortgage. I actually had somebody comment on a video. It was actually like on TikTok or something talking about, I didn't know what I was talking about because the person can get paid and get their equity. Well, you know what? I called some of these people back and then they started getting all dicey going like, well, we can negotiate them doing this. And well, how much can they get back if they have 200,000 equity? Just tell me, what can they get back? well, we'll have to negotiate some kind of a payment over time. And they wouldn't give a straight answer. If something's good for somebody, you can give me a straight answer. Now, I can see how somebody could be upside down and need someone to take over that mortgage. And they got, especially now with the interest rates, my goodness, yeah. Why wouldn't you take over somebody's 3% interest rate when interest rates are 7 and 8%? And people who are doing these assumptions, uh, they're going to make them into rentals, Airbnbs, or something like that. That's their plan. So, yeah, you may as well do it. I'm not saying it, but you may as well do an illegal Airbnb yourself instead of, because they're just going to do an illegal Airbnb. And by the way, your name is on the paperwork, so you're liable anyway, and they get to put all that profit in their pockets. Good for them, right? So anyway, I'm just putting my 2 cents in on it. I know it can work for some people. It's like solar. Solar can work for some people. But right now, I'm having an issue with houses with solar. I'm seeing a lot of issues right now. Some sellers right now, especially the ones who have equity in their house, they're just buying off the solar so it's not an issue anymore. And that's the reason if your house isn't selling and it's got solar and it's leased solar, somebody may not be telling you this. Your realtor's not telling you this, and this is just for Las Vegas. This is for Arizona and other places in the Sun Belt with a lot of solar. Those buyers are afraid of that. They're running the numbers, and they're like, okay, I got to do this much in solar. Um, these are the payments. So then I have the liability, and they're saying the house is not sell either. So I'm just leaving that as it is. That's what I get for you. Okay. I don't have anything else. I'm not going to be taking any questions tonight purely because it's going to be more difficult to take the questions because of what's going on. I need to get out of here and go do this walkthrough with my clients and hopefully get them their keys in the morning. Okay. If you guys do have any questions, just go ahead and react down below, especially on a replay. If you need anything, go ahead and reach out. Information should be in the info tab there. Call, text, or email. And I'm sorry I couldn't take questions tonight. I just wanted to make sure that I got this out there as I normally do. See you guys possibly next week, as according to what the market is doing, just so I can give you what the news is. See you.